everyone. This is Ben Dunn coming from AP Dallas North, and creator of Ninja High School, Warrior Nun, Marvel Mangaverse, a host of other cool comics. I've been in business almost 40 years, and creator of the ANTARCTIC Press. So today I'm going to be speaking as to how ANTARCTIC Press has survived this long. We've been in business since 1985. Next year we'll be selling our 40th year, which it's a long time. It's a really long time. And 40 years, especially for an independent small publisher such as ours. I wanted to talk about things that I've experienced for the last 40 years. So this is one of the things that I think has helped ANTARCTIC Press survive this long. Now, when we first started ANTARCTIC Press, we had to decide what kind of comic we were going to do. So, since I was really the creative director of the whole thing, I was the only employee actually, other than my business partner at the time, and I decided to do a manga-inspired anthology book. Now, anthologies right now are not much into favor as far as comics are concerned, but I love anthologies. I've been a big fan of anthology. I love the variety. And if you look back at old comics from the golden age, they were basically anthology titles. You had the main feature, and then you had a bunch of backup features. And I think we've somehow lost that. And anthologies were always perennial sellers back in the day. So I like to keep the tradition of anthologies going because I just happen to like them. And so, with that being said, when we started off, I decided to do a manga-based anthology. Now, I did not have any, Japanese manga at the time, so we had to create our own. And I decided that I would have to be the one who would instigate that start. I knew that there was a market out there for manga, and nobody at the time was doing manga. Nobody. And so I thought, what? I'm going to tap into that audience, which segues into what I'm talking about. You have to know your audience. It's one thing to create something for yourself, and it's always great, that creators can make things from their ever fertile imaginations, and that's fantastic. I greatly encourage anybody out there who has a creative idea to work on it and share it with the world. You never know what's going to be the next big thing. And if you keep it locked up in your head, it'll never be shared with other people. Imagine what would have happened if George Lucas and J.K. Rowling and any number of famous authors and creators decided that I have this great idea, but I'm not going to do anything with it. So it's a tragedy if you're a creative type and you don't share your ideas with the world. But with that being said, yes, you need to know who your audience is going to be. You have to decide how you're going to who you want to be reading the book. Reading your creation. And it is something that is a lot of people don't think about. They don't think about, well, what's the age that I'm trying to cater to? What is the demographic that I want to cater to? Because you can find that if you can, make a niche for yourself, then you can dominate that portion. There's an old saying that says it's better to be a big fish in a small pond than a small fish in a big pond. And the thing about it is that we as ANTARCTIC Press, we always seem to, latch onto trends when they become popular. We did furry comics, we've done steampunk comics, we've done all sorts of comics that traditional publishers would probably never touch with a 10-foot pole, because we knew there was going to be at least some audience out there, enough of an audience out there that we hoped would support, the creative endeavor. So this is what I would suggest if you're a small publisher or creator, is to know your audience. Know your audience and cater to them, and in hopes that it will translate into a much larger audience down the line based on your creativity, your storytelling, your art, things like that. It doesn't always happen, but, you won't know until you actually try it. And you also have to be willing to pivot, and to when things are not going well. I mean, Antarctic Press has had its share of bombs, as far as comics are concerned, but we don't let that take us down. We don't let any one project be the end of our company. We always try to expand and to try to get into making sure that, that whatever comes down the line will not end, our thing. And that's the thing, is that the survivability is that you have to be able to, pivot and change, be willing to accept if something's not doing well, and see what you're doing wrong. So this is what I would. This is what is one of the things I think is helpful in keeping Antarctic Press above water. So let's try to promote things that we love and not things that we hate. Okay, so and this is something I want to try to be, more about. I want to try to bring more positivity in comics and in pop culture. I mean, a lot of people spend a lot of time working on things, and I don't think their intent is evil. I think their intent is that they really believe in what they're doing, and in hopes that people will gravitate to it. And that's one of the things I've always respected, no matter what kind of creations are out there. I mean, I'll be honest, there are things I like and there are things I dislike, but I don't go out of my way to insult the people who put it together, the people who make it. Judge the work on the work. Don't judge it on the people. So anyway, a little bit of words of wisdom. If you can take it as such, take it at face value. And I do have a Kickstarter campaign. I'm trying to shell a little bit here. So if you are at all interested, it's on Kickstarter. It's called Bikini Sentai G Ranger. The link will be below. Also, please like and subscribe if you like what you're hearing. And until next time, this has been Dunn signing off.